Okay, our next vocabulary word is perigee. You're going to separate the prefix from the base word by drawing a line right here in your word wall. Perigee. The definition of perigee is the point in the orbit of the moon or a satellite at which it is nearest to the earth. The point in the orbit of the moon or a satellite at which it is nearest to the earth. And for this particular vocabulary word, I didn't think it was going to be sufficient to give you an example sentence. Instead, I want you all to go ahead and draw this picture right here. Disregard this word right here, but this definition, perigee, is talking about how the point in the orbit where the moon or a satellite is closest to the earth. So go ahead and just draw this picture right here. Our next vocabulary word is circumspect. You're going to write the word circumspect in your word wall, and you're going to separate the prefix from the base word right here. The definition is to be cautious. Example, the detective was very circumspect about his investigation. And I've included this picture. I don't know if y'all have seen this cartoon before. I've forgotten the name, so if one of y'all want to remind me, that'd be great. And he has his little magnifying glass, and he's being cautious about what's going on. His investigation, very circumspect. Our next word is periphery, and this vocabulary word was in the definition for the word peripheral. The definition is the outer limits or the edge of an area or an object. The outer limits or edge of an area or an object. And so this is an example picture of the earth, and it's talking about the core of the earth and then the periphery. The outer limits or edge of an area of an object. The new building is on the periphery of the hospital construction site. So if you want to replace core with hospital construction site, their new buildings they're building are on the periphery of the hospital building site. Our next word is circumambulate. You're going to separate the word right here. You're going to separate circum from ambulate. Circumambulate. Definition, to walk all the way around something. Example, the ants used to circumambulate the perimeter of the kitchen. I know I didn't include a picture of ants, but here's a man pacing. He's going around the circle. He's circumambulating around the circle. He's pacing to walk all the way around something. Our last vocabulary word is circumscribe. You're going to separate the prefix from the base word by drawing a line right here in your word wall. The definition is to restrict something within limits. So this triangle right here is within this circle, to restrict something within limits. Example, their movements were strictly monitored and circumscribed. Our figurative language word for this week is idiom. An idiom is an expression that has a meaning that is only known to a particular group of people. For example, that person, he kicked the bucket, meaning, oh, well, he passed away, he's no longer around. Or it's raining cats and dogs, meaning it's raining really, really hard outside. Or whistling Dixie, which that's not an idiom I'm familiar with, but I used to know a friend that used to tell me when I cooked food was, man, you put your foot in it. And I always thought that was a really funny idiom, but she means that the food I made was really good. And so here's a quick little video. I'm going to show you about some everyday idioms.
The meaning is a very loud, noisy, and heavy rainstorm. Johnny had to rush back home as it was raining cats and dogs. He kept watching the rain from his window all evening. Raining cats and dogs. The meaning is a very...
So now that you know what this prefix means, you should be able to apply it to other unfamiliar words. Remember, the prefix circum means around, around. You can use the divide and conquer strategy to figure out what this word means. Split the prefix from the root word. For instance, circumstances, excuse me. So draw a line, stances, separating the prefix from the base word. Circum means around or around you. Stances, events that stand, either you or stand on their own or to something. So circumstances means events that stand plus around you. So circumstances, events that stand around you. Use the divide and conquer strategy to figure out what these words mean. Add the words and their meaning beneath your notes. Circulate, circumflex, circumpass. Okay, good luck.